Hey guys, this is Grace with the Basketball. I just wanted to do a preview of what I've been doing today. Of course, I'm making Mother's Day baskets and arrangements, but also teacher appreciation gifts and graduation gifts. So I've started making my candy bouquets, and I basically did about 200 pieces of candy where I stuck them on the sticks, and I think I showed a short with the U-glue dashes. They're really good. I feel like they're not gonna fall. I've made candy baskets over the years and I've always had to redo the tape and add hot glue, which of course can sometimes melt the chocolate depending on how long your glue gun's been on, even with low temp. So I made 3 different versions, and I'm gonna show you where I've pool noodle, my favorite. It's so easy when you put the sticks in. It doesn't like disintegrate the foam, where this kind of, once you puncture it, it leaves a gap, but this kind of just, you pull it back out and it goes back into place. This here fits perfect. I ordered these from Temu. I thought they were much bigger, so me and Temu have an issue where I'm always getting the sizes wrong, but these fit perfectly in a coffee cup with packing paper. So here is the cups. I'm sure you all recognize them, but I stuffed this with packing paper, wrapped this with the tissue paper all around it, then I wrapped tissue paper in it and stuffed it. So all the extra bottom that you see is actually the overflow from wrapping this. And then I, of course, stacked it and did this. It had a little gap in the middle, so I just put more tissue paper because I didn't want to add any more candy. This was just the look I was going for. I think it turned out really well. So this are vases. I've had these vases for years. I bought them in bulk, and finally decided that I'm going to use them this way, just to kind of get rid of stuff. And so I used the pool noodle. I can tell you this took me 15 minutes to arrange with the pool noodle, where the cup probably took me 45 minutes, and I don't do these enough to be a pro, but I had the flowers, and I just thought this is really cute, and it says live by the sun and love by the moon, and it's just a nice vase for, I feel like this is a good teacher's or a student gift, and this is a good teacher or mother's gift. I'm not going to put anything on it. I'm actually going to have balloons and stuff like that, and I can stick that in there if I want to do a little upsell. Okay, so this is my graduation bouquet that I did, because I have a bunch of these, and the school colors are purple and gold. So, and I had some of these, and what I did is I just put the color paper and I glued it on there and used the U-glue dots. Sorry, I keep getting out of the frame. I'm trying to work in a tight spot without showing you my messy house. So I fanned it out, where I did kind of like when we do with the bouquets, where you roll it in and weave it in the back. As you can see, I have 3 pieces, and then I have this fanned on the bottom. And I put hot glue in the bottom of the things, and then I stuffed it with packing paper, and I put the outer part of the paper. But I probably am going to switch to this, because this is just so much faster and easier. We will see, because this of course is not as wide. So what I've done is I've put outer edges to maybe see if this will work. If it doesn't work, I'll undo it. It's no harm, no foul, you know, it is what it is. So here we go. But let me move these, and I'm just gonna kind of, again, give you a quick show of the basket. So hopefully, you know, that works for you. Okay guys, here we go. So we already have everything sticked and ready, and again I showed you the video on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide these right in, and let me show you. See how it's probably not close enough, But you can perforate this and put it in and it'll come right out just as clean as it did. But when you perforate styrofoam, it leaves a hole in it. So we're gonna just kind of play with this because we of course aren't as proficient yet, and we want to have it a little bit higher because, you know, we're trying to figure out the layers and see how it's leaning. We don't want it to lean, we want it to kind of tilt. So we're going to fix that by rearranging that better. And I want to make sure all the words are going the same way. I prefer them to be taped like this, but I did notice I did mess up on a few of them by having the other way. So when you make an arrangement, at least make the words, at least for me, make it go the same direction. Call me crazy, but I think it looks neater. So let's see how that's working. I feel like it's still kind of not quite as close. I kind of want, so we're gonna take it out. That's why, again, I'm really loving the foam, because it's like everything is going back into place. So we kind of want to make sure these are that way, and then we're going to again so I feel like that looks better. We're going to quit playing with that a little bit, and then we're going to go into where we kind of put the how did we do that? We did. We put this straight down here. And then we put the and then we put this one in front of that one. We kind of like staggered that. Otherwise we could go there. I gotta move this kind of like this here. And then we did the Kit Kats at an angle. And we put these little sticks like down. And then we put the Reese cup straight. Hold on, we want to make sure it's going straight down and not tilting. I think I had everything behind it. So it's kind of like that. We're going to move it a little bit closer. I feel like it's still gappy. But like I said, this is why we are so loving the foam. It's just so much easier to take it in and out. And you don't get that crunchy sound if you're like a sound person. So the only thing I'm running into, of course, is because the foam wasn't as, there we go, much better the way I like that. Okay, so so now we're gonna put the candy in here. I don't mean the candy, the tissue paper, and we're gonna see how that looks. Because it's identical to the other one, but it's so funny looking at this one, it seems different. But it's really not, so we'll see. I think I'm just gonna, again, move the Skittles a little over. This is all trial and error, guys. Trial and error, over and over. So, okay. We like that. We're going to do some hot gluing, but this is pretty much how it's arranged. So now we're just kind of going to get with the scissors and get how we're going to take the paper and we're going to cut it in little triangles, and then we are going to, I have way too many pieces of paper here, guys. Try to triangles, and then we're going to shake the tissue like you do when you want to put it in a tissue bag. You can do the triangles and you can do the folds. I just find it so much easier just to shake it. And then well, I think somebody's been using my scissors because they are cutting terrible. And I don't know about you guys, but I go through scissors like crazy because I have people in the house that'll use them to cut all kinds of stuff. And honestly, it's not really good. And I have bought scissor sharpeners. They don't work. I've had to take them back because it just aren't worth it. Now I do have a like a paper cutter. We're just doing those. This is actually a little smaller than the other bouquet, so we're gonna see if we like that. I could not find my pink little finger protectors, and oh boy, is that a disappointment. So we're kind of like using the scissors to kind of hold the papers together because it is hot, you know. And then you want to, of course, you know, somehow take your little now. I like using a pencil, but this is a tighter space, and because I don't have foam around the whole thing, because the foam, when you take the glue gun and put it on the outside with the pencil, it just slips right in. It is so easy, you just boop, 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 boop. But here, it could just be like you guys, I'm just tired and not paying attention to the things that I need to do, and I'm just kind of just winging it, which I'm not one of those like repetitive, I do everything the same way every time. I should, to make my life easier. Let's see, like here, we are trying to make it kind of fill it around. And see if you can get it to, I made these pieces too small, so that's why I'm not flipping out the tissue like I was telling you to do, because, well, I didn't follow my own advice. You ever find that you do that sometimes? But we are just trying to kind of fill this up a little bit before we put the bigger pieces on there. You know, I'm like butchering this tonight, but we have made about 10 baskets today, and as you can see, working on 4th candy cup. And we also had to go out to a few stores to get like stuff that we just ran out of, which of course puts you behind. And then I was watching my neighbor's cat while she was on a cruise. So I had to go do this. It was the last day, which was good. I think her house was haunted. Things kept getting moved around while I was in there. And I thought that was kind of creepy. So we're glad to be done with that job. So you see how the tool is helping do the, of course, These pieces are bigger than the front ones because that's how they were supposed to be. We'll see if that causes a problem. We're going to, again, put it in this way because it was literally burning our hands and I don't have that little the pink little thimble things or any kind of silicone mat. But that does kind of give it that nice, I mean, you don't want it to look like it's scrunchy, but and we're almost done with the gold for now because we'll put more gold on it later, but right now, ooh, I got my finger good, guys. This is going to be our last piece. See, you know how it is, always the last piece is the hardest piece, right? For that one. Alright, so now it's time for the purple. Let's see. Keep your glue sticks handy. The smaller glue sticks burn so fast. It's not even fun. Alright. We want to put one more piece of gold. There we go. We like that. Okay, so now let's figure out. We are done with the gold for now. Actually, let me take that back. I'm gonna put some glue on my little 24 graduation. Oh, we kind of want to just make sure. So we're going to cut this out, and this is actually going to get stuck to a skewer. We're definitely not using those. Those scissors are going to have to go because they are horrible. So and we will put some tape on the back of that just to make sure, guys. But there we go. And this will go right back here. So let's put that over here. Let's get rid of the extra scissors I keep grabbing because they're just in the way. And for now, we are done with the gold. To the purple. So what we're going to do is fold this in half. And we're going to cut it. And we're going to do like they do when they make the bouquets. We're going to tri-fold it. And then we're going to hot glue it to the back. We are not using sticks for this. You could, but we are not doing that. And we're going to use the top part because it's a lot cleaner than not being able to find my good scissors and using tailor scissors is horrible, just to tell you, it really is. Now, I noticed this tissue paper has a shiny side and a matte side. That's kind of neat. I've never actually seen it, and I got this tissue paper at the Dollar General because Dollar Tree did not have it with the purple in it. So, and if you've been to Dollar General, you know they have like the individual packs of like double of the same color, so it could be like a blue and a light blue, purple and a dark purple, and they're like $1. You don't get as much, but at the same time, you know, you get what you need, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And so we're just kind of doing, I almost put that hot glue gun on my leg. Am I crazy or what? Not paying attention. So we are just kind of putting these together. So I guess I'm wondering, how is everybody faring? Mother's Day is actually, you know, basically, it's a bit of ways, but it's not. Because if you're a person that goes out early and sets up, then you're going to set up, you know, at like the first of the month, right? And then if you're a person, so we are going to, of course, we want to get down in here and see. We don't want it to be too high. We want it to be the same as the thing. So let's see. It's really not that much taller, so we're just gonna we're going to want to I'm just kind of putting that down there. Ooh, that was hot. And there we go. There's one little bit. The next one. Again, we want to make sure that we're lacing it down. And this one's going to be more of a centerpiece to go like between. So what we're going to do is get that going there. And of course we want to make sure that there's not a gap in there, so we're going to hot glue that. And that's very unfortunate. We'll let it dry a little bit. It'll come off a whole lot easier. Okay, so now we're going to just put this one right here. And see, I have extra of this. If I wanted to, you can keep this extra that you overmade and you can cut it into strips and make it like the crinkle brass. So remember not to throw your stuff away. So we are going to bring this in a little bit better. Again, it seems a little gappy to me. So we're going to maybe move this in a little bit more. Well, that looks better. Okay. And let's see what we're going to do here. And we kind of hot glued that to that. And then we're going to probably just do a little piece there, hold it, and that looks a little bit better, guys. We're bringing it together. Okay. Not sure what we want to do with that. We might just put another purple piece right there to give it that finishing look, but we're going to finish doing the purple rim in here. But I think it's looking good so far. We just got to finish pulling it together. So for me, oops, I'm winding up what I just told you we could use. So we could take this and make these crinkle papers for your baskets or your balloon boxes. So now you can save these up and you can see how it can become little pieces inside of your baskets. All right, now here we go again. So let's see how I would say you could just pinch it, and we're going to again you can do that, but I think we're going to do what I did last time, which was I put them on skewers. So I literally took it, and I just pinched it. And we just, you know, we don't need a full stick, we just need a little stick because we're just putting it in here in the foam. And we're just kind of giving it that extra little layer. We want to give it the triangles. We really do. We want it to, you know, kind of look like it's a present, like it's in a little bag. And you can even put glue on the bottom of the stick there and just stick it in. Well, how's that looking, guys? I think it's looking pretty good. So on to the next piece, and again we're just gathering like we do for a gift bag, putting a little stick here with a little glue, hot glue, and then we're twisting it on the bottom, and then we're breaking off a piece and just putting some glue on the bottom again to help it stay. So let's get over here into that pocket and see if we can get it going up. Oh, there we go. Again, we're just taking that and we're folding the stick in and wrapping it around. And then you can, again, if you want to put, but see, this has a pointy part, so there's really no need in doing that. So, but I'm thinking it's looking good, guys. So we will finish that off. So here we went ahead and just finished wrapping the paper to kind of get it done. It is getting late here in our neck of the woods. So hopefully this was a helpful tutorial. Again, it does take time. The more I do this, the better I will get at it. If you have any insightful tips that you think that would help me improve my speed, or think that something might be better done a different way, just let me know. Again, I am still trying all kinds of different ways that I find faster. I do find the foam to be a lot easier. It wasn't as easy with the wider lip. I did the 3 layers, so it seemed like it wasn't getting as the way I wanted it, but it did work. As again, it's a lot easier and more forgiving than the styrofoam. It just seems when you puncture the styrofoam, you are tearing away its integrity, and therefore, unless you put hot glue on the stick, it's going to fall right through it. So the foam was a lot easier. But we are just cranking away at these gifts this year, and it's a little tougher this year because normally we just focus on Mother's Day, but because it is so close together, we are doing all three and teachers' gifts. And basically, hopefully, there'll be birthday gifts or whatever. I thought of you, anything. We're not tagging everything to be Mother's Day per se, but we are focusing on that. And I do have a flag for my vehicle that hangs off the front of it that says Mother's Day, and I also have a graduation flag coming. So all those things can be found on Amazon. Thanks, guys, and always keep it up, Basketeers. You know what you're doing.